Tell me about the following story. You find yourself in a quiet cafe, sipping tea. The barista's face suddenly becomes your own. Weather's nice, they say, but their mouth forms butterflies instead of words. Looking down, your hands have become teacups. How peculiar. I don't recall being ceramic before. Everyone eventually becomes what they hold, says an elderly woman whose hair is actually sheet music. Outside the window, people are walking backward while rain falls upward. A man's briefcase opens, releasing hundreds of tiny clocks that tick in different languages. Would you like sugar for your reflection? The barista-you asks. You blink and your reflection ripples across the cafe window. I'm less defined today. Your identity is brewing nicely, says the barista, who now has teapot spouts for ears. The floor beneath you opens into a swimming pool filled with encyclopedias. People swim through knowledge casually, turning pages with their toes. I've been carrying this burden, sighs a businessman, as actual mountains grow from his shoulders. You reach for your phone but find a small door instead. Behind it, your childhood pets are having a committee meeting about your career choices. Time for your appointment with yourself, announces the clock, its hands pointing to you. You step through the small door in your palm and find yourself in a hallway of mirrors. Each reflection shows a different version of you, some older, some younger, some with wings instead of arms. Identity is just yesterday's weather forecast, says a passing umbrella with human legs. The ceiling begins to cry actual tears, but they fall as tiny origami birds. One lands on your shoulder and whispers stock market tips from 1987. I'm becoming less myself and more. The concept. That's the special today, says a waiter who is literally a walking menu. Would you like a side of alternate timeline with that? The floor beneath you is now a map of places you've never been but somehow remember. You watch as the fragmented reality begins to converge, like puzzle pieces sliding into place. Every story needs an ending, even when the ending is another beginning, says a voice that seems to come from everywhere and nowhere. The cafe walls dissolve into pages of books, which fold themselves into birds. The birds arrange themselves into the shape of a door. This is the threshold between what was and what might be. To conclude is merely to pause, whispers the doorknob, which has your face. You step through and find yourself back in the cafe, but everything is slightly tilted. The barista smiles. Your usual? They ask. Or something new today? You find yourself in a strange reality where time has collapsed. The Victorian boy and Renaissance artist from Florence, once separate entities, have merged into dual princes of Toltec Atlantis, a civilization that never existed yet somehow thrives. This narrative defies conventional chronology. I must adapt. Welcome to the Council of Impossible Timelines, announces a priestess whose skin shifts between marble and water. You two weren't supposed to converge, yet here you stand, one soul split across incompatible histories. The boys look at each other, recognizing themselves in the other's eyes. What happens when paradoxes become persons? The priestess asked, offering them a chalice filled with liquid memories.